Hey guys, it's Castle, and welcome to my review for Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad is directed by David Ayer, and is the latest addition into the DC Extended Universe. And it is also very, very highly anticipated, and a lot of people were anticipating this movie, myself included. So, Suicide Squad is about basically this government agent named Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis, and she basically wants us to assemble a team of bad guys that have strange powers, and she wants to, prevent bad things from happening. So, once something bad does happen, she has to send the Suicide Squad on a mission to stop the bad thing from happening. It's kind of a very simple plot. And in my review, as always, I'll give you the good and the bad right now. Let's just dive in straight into the good right away. First of all, this movie is really, really nice to look at. There's a lot of visual, scenes and visual things to look at, and it's very beautiful. And if you haven't already seen this, I would recommend seeing it in, at a really big screen movie theater, because then you get, the full visual spectacle, and you get, the entire immersion experience type thing. Also, the characters and actors' performances of these characters are all really good. Three of the standouts to me were Jared Leto as the Joker, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, and Will Smith as Deadshot. All of them really portrayed their characters really well, in my opinion, and I also liked those three characters probably the best. Also, Viola Davis as Amanda Waller was really good, and another huge pro about this movie was all the action, and all the action was shot really well, and while it wasn't edited the best, it all looked great, and it all was really well coordinated, and I felt like I was having a very fun time watching the action, which I was having a really fun time. Which brings me to my last pro for the movie. This is a very fun movie. All the scenes entertain you. Maybe not all of the scenes are the best scenes quality-wise, but they're all really fun and entertaining. And this is probably the most fun I've had at the movies since Captain America Civil War this year. Because this movie is so fun and entertaining, and you just can't help but watch it and be entertained by it. Now let's move on to my few cons. The first one is kind of a technical con, and the editing is really choppy, and there's a lot of errors in the continuity, because it's very choppy. A few moments feel it's just feel like there was a little shot between two shots, then they just took that shot out and just threw it away, and that's how choppy it is, and it looks kind of bad. Another con is one of my biggest cons with the movie, but it's kind of a spoiler, so I can't really explain it. Let's just say something happens to one character that I really did not like, and it made that character really not likable, or something. It's kind of hard to explain because it's a spoiler. I really do not want to discuss it. So towards the end of this video, I'll give you a spoiler warning and talk about that flaw. So, overall, I liked Suicide Squad, even though it did have a few problems and stuff, but I give Suicide Squad a 7 out of 10 because it was a very, very fun movie, and it was a very, very good movie, even though it did have, one or two flaws. And that's my Suicide Squad review. Now I'm going to discuss a small spoiler that I think if you have not seen the movie, you should just don't watch the rest of this video. Unless you have seen the movie, then you could watch this. Or if you're not going to see the movie, it's okay if you can watch this. Spoilers are starting now. Okay, so towards the end of the movie, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Diablo is getting in a fight with the Spartacus, or whatever his name was. I forgot his name, that giant, robotic mech thing. You probably know what I'm talking about if you've seen the movie. Diablo was getting in a fight with him, and he was using his fire, and then he turned into this, big fire monster thing, and then he killed the giant mech thing that was created by Enchantress. And I thought that was a kind of a stupid move because he was probably powerful enough to defeat that thing without turning into a giant monster. And another reason why I did not like him turning into that giant monster is because he turned into that giant monster right before he died. And his death lost all of its emotional weight that it would have had to it if he didn't turn into that giant fire monster. Probably, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Like, he was probably the most human. He had probably the most humanity out of any of the members of the Suicide Squad. And he probably had the most, like, backstory, and he probably had the most development out of any of the characters. But then, the second he turned into that giant fire monster, I really just got mad because they just ruined all of his humanity to him, and they just turned him into like some giant movie character that has to turn into a fire monster because for some reason, and I really did not like that. And if that would not happen, this movie would probably be a solid 8 out of 10, but because of that, it's really a 7 out of 10. That's probably my biggest flaw with this movie. So thanks for watching my review for Suicide Squad, and I will definitely try to get some more reviews out soon. I know I have not been the best at keeping up with my video schedule, but, you know, now it's out, and I will definitely try to get more reviews out soon. And thanks so much for watching. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Thanks, and enjoy. Bye!